Decisions can be so exhausting.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of decisions. There is so much, as all of us have, behind the scenes.
So you gotta breathe, 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 breathe. Let it go and let it be.
Good morning, guys, and happy Monday. I've been working on, today I made a mistake. I accidentally scheduled 2 of my podcasts to go up, and they both went up on YouTube, so I actually unlisted the one. So anyways, I've been working on figuring that out and getting started on our Monday. We had a great weekend. If you missed the Cycle for Life video where Mary's friend Hannah came in, and it was a sweet moment of celebrating that we're not in this fight alone, and we want to remind you guys that whatever you're fighting, whatever you're going through today, you're not alone, and we're cheering for you. And so we've got a lot of moving parts that we're working on today. I'm gonna finish up what I'm doing and go upstairs and work in the working room. We are starting to learn new rhythms of doing our online store and all of that, so I'm gonna work on fulfilling some orders. And welcome to our day.
Well, good morning, you guys. Happy Monday. This morning was a little bit rough for my body, just feeling really kind of, you know what I do when I do this. My cheeks were super pink this morning, and as I was like processing, like, okay, hey, I don't feel that great. The difference between now and say 4 months ago when I would wake up not feeling well, the difference is that now, yeah, my cheeks feel pink and I just feel a little like inflamed. I don't know, like my body's like, whatever, just feeling off. Back in the day, before I was on the triple combo, my body would go into like fight mode and I would get a fever and just all the coughing and the headache and that sort of thing. Now, I have had a headache the last few days, but thankfully my coughing is under control, so my headache hasn't gotten too bad. So the difference is, back then, my body would have gotten a fever and I just would have felt awful all day. Now, I just feel able to like push through it and do something to get my body moving and see if I can push myself out of that morning feeling. So I am down in the kitchen working on a few things. We had the rest of a rotisserie chicken, so I'm boiling that to make some soup. So I just put in some onion, celery, and a carrot in there, and some spices. I usually do parsley. My go-to is parsley, salt, and pepper. And we'll see how that turns out. And then I had a head of lettuce to cut and wash. So I washed it and got the water out with my little salad spinner. I'm having some Dr. Pepper, trying to get my blood sugar up. And yeah, so I'm having a fun time and I am starting to feel better. So it's amazing. I guess it's just really amazing to me that now my body has the ability to like push through and start to feel better. It's not always going to be like this. Some days I'm not going to be able to push through it and make myself feel better. But right now, today, I was able to do that. And now I am feeling better and I'm feeling much more like able to conquer the day. So I call that a Monday morning victory.
I was upstairs working on the online store, and Mary said, "You want to eat some food with me?" And I said,
Do you want to
yes,
join me
please.
do you want to go eat some food?
Yes.
We have some leftover lettuce wraps. We went out to eat yesterday, and so I thought we could finish those, and I just made up some zucchini.
I'm gonna put that in my lettuce wrap.
Well, aren't you postmodern? And we have some sweet potatoes in the oven that aren't done, and chicken noodle soup, but those will be later, I guess. But anyway.
Cool. You guys, look at these flowers. It's all looking so So nice.
Well, here we stand in our kitchen. We had a ton of like decisions. Decisions can be so exhausting.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of decisions. There is so much, as all of us have, behind the scenes. And today was just a day, a lot of decisions, and not like super fun ones, just like, we have to talk about this or like make these decisions and email the right people and all of that. So anyway, at the end of a long day, and I mean, running a business from our home means that there's very little separation of work and home. And so it's 10:34 or wait.
Yeah, it's 10:34.
Oh, it's 10:34 at night.
We haven't changed our microwave yet.
And we're still talking about business stuff. But as with everything in life, there's the hard and the exciting and the good and the bad and all that it comes with it. With anything you do in life, any job, any vocation, any journey. And so we love what we do. We love that we get to do it together. And there are also some days that end in tears and like, that was hard.
It's just hard, yeah.
But here we stand in the corner of our kitchen, thankful to be together, to be alive and living with whatever today looks like. And so, yeah, and to get my mind out of the crying realm, I'm gonna show you what we found. And I'm not saying that crying's bad, I'm just done crying for the night.
Here, I'll leave you to model it. Come on up.
Okay, so you guys, yesterday we were walking down the street. No, we were driving down the street. Why is this not in focus? I'm trying to get it in focus. Okay, so we're driving down the road and we see these on the side of the road. Now, if you've been around for a while, you might know the song, Free Stuff on the Side of the Road. We've always loved the adventure of like treasure hunting and finding. Treasure hunting was way overstatement. Finding free stuff on the side of the road, which during our early years of marriage was like so fun for us. Living in Boston, a lot of people would put really nice stuff on the side of the road. And sometimes we would get it and like refinish it or redo it and end up selling it or upcycling it or whatever. Anyway, so we saw these chairs and we drove by them and we were like, wow, those looked really nice. It was just a few houses down, like down the road. So it's like in our neighborhood. So then we ended up walking up the street to go look at them and we loved them. I love how the world works, how one person's trash is another person's treasure. And
yeah,
so
we feel like they go perfect in this room, which we were going for kind of a sunroom vibe. So they're kind of patio furniture and it matches, the cushions match Mary's swing.
yeah, so they're like a canvas, natural color canvas, and that's the same as this swing. So it kind of seals the deal for this room.
Yeah, but we didn't realize when we got them that they were two different size chairs. And we're like putting the felt on the bottom and like putting them in place, and I think it was Mary, I think you said, that one looks bigger than the other one.
This one is significantly bigger than this one, which was kind of funny because when we walked down there to try them out, we were like, oh, well, we'll just carry them home. And Peter had been sitting in the smaller one and I was in the bigger one. So we both go to like pick them up because I Vertex can. And he picks it up, no problem. He's like, okay, I'll just carry this home. And I was like, I don't think I can lift this. And when he walked that one back here, and then he walked down get the second chair, and he's like, whoa, this one's a lot heavier. Maybe the piece of wood on the seat is heavier. And we still didn't realize it until we were back here. Anyway, it created a good laugh for us.
It made us laugh, and it took us so long to realize that they were different sizes.
And like when I was noticing it, I was like, oh, what an optical illusion. That one looks bigger. But it was not an optical illusion. But anyway, okay.
Speaking of Vertex, Cam, did I hear you talking to Vertex today?
Yep, I called Vertex to say thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. It was somebody, we took a tour of Vertex like 2 years ago, and it was interesting. It was super interesting actually to tour it and to see like the process of making a medication, like even how they make the pill. It's a powder, and then it's like this huge like pressurized thing that actually makes it into a pill. But anyway, back then it was all just kind of like, I'm glad it can be helpful for some CF patients. It's never been applicable to me. So it was just kind of like this. It was cool to see, but that was about the extent of it, except that we met really great people, and I had been in contact with my contact at Vertex for now years. So I called him and I was like, guess what? It is amazing and it's working. So we have some things in the works. I want to do everything I possibly can to say thank you to Vertex.
Well, and I just wanted to clarify that we call the medication that Mary's on Vertex because it's the pharmaceutical that makes the medication, even though now that the FDA has approved it, it is called Trikafta. I think in our minds we'll always call it Vertex, kind of like we always call Mary's pancreatic enzymes. We always call them Altrace, even though she's not on the brand Altrace. It was just her original brand. It's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Or like Kleenex. People call Kleenex, even if it's a different brand.
So that's why. And I think because we call it Vertex, some people have like sent us the news articles about Trikafta, and they're like, have you heard about this medication? And just to clarify, that is the medication that Mary is on and has been on for
4 months.
4 months now?
Wait, am I messed up in that?
I think over 3 months.
Yeah, so I guess it's 3.5 months.
3.5 months.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, I have an idea.
What's your idea?
What if we do a video of kind of like my Vertex journey?
I heard you talking today about that.
What do you think of that?
I think it's a great idea.
Like a clip.
Sounds
daunting.
Well, it sounds daunting, but I think it's feasible. But to like get snapshots of the journey, I think would be really cool. So
I guess the recap of today is when we have days like that where we're either in business mode or like communication just seems to be like,
it's hard.
Kind of like, here, hold this for a sec. Like communications, like we're missing each other for whatever reason. Like, I don't know if it's miscommunication, but it's not understanding. I don't know. You guys understand.
Yeah.
You understand the miscommunications. But anyway, when we have days like that, like tonight is the best case scenario where we talked it through, like what's stressing us out, what's causing the reason why our communication is like missing. And I guess ultimately it's understanding where each other's coming from.
Yeah.
Helps us feel more together.
Yeah. And like Mary said, like running a business together complicates that because you got to make decisions, you got to get stuff done, and keep on moving. And so, anyways, that was a hard day, and
it was. It was, but it was a day, and we did it, and we're thankful. So, as always, we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, are you smiling? Good night.